5,200 fans, a franchise record, packed Hitachi Energy Arena last weekend, and we expect another big, rowdy, and raucous crowd tonight on the eve of Snowmageddon. This, dare I say, even and heated rivalry between the Blue Ridge Bobcats and Twin City Thunderbirds continues next. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back inside Hitachi Energy Arena for the third consecutive game here at home and the third consecutive of 4 straight meetings between the Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Twin City Thunderbirds. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Kelsey Martian, Allison Eads, Kane Akers, Sam Baber, and the birthday girl, Lindsay, are our technical crew tonight on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. We thank you for joining us here on this Let's Get Corny night inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Dollar corn dogs, corn apparel all over the place. Have a corn on the cob eating contest at the first intermission, but more importantly is how even this rivalry has gotten, and dare I say, heated after a highly physical contest last Saturday night that saw almost 3,000 fans, a franchise record here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, 2,888 there to witness it. It was a physical contest that saw Troy Harwell and Carson Andrioli face off in a fisticuffs, and Harwell suspended for the action that preceded and was the reasoning behind the scrap. A subtle yet still caught elbow on Nick Stuckless. The referees did not see it. We did not see it on the stream because it was behind the play, but players on the ice saw it. Footage was recovered, sent into the league. Director of Player Safety Dave Jackson, in his weekly player safety review, called the play a non-hockey play and said, quote, "There is no place for the play in our game." So Troy Harwell has earned himself a 1-game suspension for the elbow on Nick Stuckless. That caused Stuckless' nose to be packed with gauze in order to play the remainder of the hockey game last Saturday night. Meanwhile, the Thunderbirds have added some muscle as a result of the heavy physicality in this third straight of 4 in a row between these teams that will meet 12 times total here in the regular season. Noted enforcer Caleb Melanson was brought into the fold earlier this week. He spent time last season, 2 seasons ago. We saw him here at the then known as Apex Center with the Baton Rouge Zydeco as he and Alex Basie faced off. We also saw Melanson at times in the league over the last couple of seasons. Most notably earlier this season, he was with the Indiana Sentinels and has been without a Fed ride until earlier this week when he signed with Twin City. They also acquired Matthew Garcia from the Athens Rock Lobsters, an offensive-minded defenseman. The Bobcats, as you might have heard on our coaches show Tuesday night, placed Daniel Klinecki on family leave. We'll have more on that in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roar County. Crowd participation is required at all times. All patrons must roar at maximum decibel level. Roar test in 3, 2, 1.
As the hype video commences here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, as we said, Daniel Klinecki on family leave. We wish him all the best. Timothy St. Pierre brought into the fold to take his place in the lineup, and he'll make his Bobcats debut tonight. We'll send it down to Mike Atwell now for our pregame introductions.
champion, number 19, Malik Forever! His partner on defense from Södertälje, Sweden, number 33, Robin Eriksson! And forward from Aurora, Ontario, number 14, Dustin Jasso! And forward from Ottawa, Ontario, number 28, your captain, Danny Bobcats! And forward from Cortez, Ontario, number 88, Carson Gallagher! The Bobcats are coached by head coach Cortez Semplica and assisted by video coach Ryan Van Dyke, equipment manager Devin Rapley, and trainer Josh Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest of your Blue Bobcats! And now, please welcome tonight's opponents, the Twin City Thunderbirds. In their starting lineup, in goal, number 35, Boris Babick. On defense, number 5, Con Craig. On defense, number 9, Josh Lavelle. And forward, number 10, Gus Ford. And forward, number 14, John Boutia. And at forward, number 16, Jan Salak. The Thunderbirds are coached by head coach Steve Harrison, assistant coaches Billy Durham, Rod Harris, and Kevin Turner, and equipment manager Mike Murphy. Fans, we ask that you remain standing as you are able, and remove your hats. Veterans, render a hand salute for the performance of the Star Spangled Banner, performed tonight by Melinda Hale.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early rise what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Melinda Hale! Now, Bobcats fans, at this time, we ask that you turn your attention to the Zamboni doors for a very special presentation from Bobcats Vice President and General Manager Jimmy Milliken, along with Director of Community Outreach and Game Day Operations, Kendra Scott. The Bobcats organization would first like to say thank you all for coming out for the St. Jude Showdown last Saturday. It was a franchise crowd record of 2,888. We would also like to thank the Twin City Thunderbirds for participating in this night as well. And because of you fans, we were able to raise an astonishing amount of $19,413. Yes, those straight to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Thank you, fans, for making the St. Jude Showdown our biggest night ever on and off the ice. And now, fans, please continue to direct your attention to the Zamboni doors for tonight's ceremonial puck drop, presented by Katie Evans Director of Marketing with Senior Home Share.
Boy, a spirited rendition of the Star Spangled Banner from Melinda Hale, followed by the announcement of the donation number from last Saturday's St. Jude Showdown. Nearly $20,000 heading straight to St. Jude. And with that, let's get this rivalry contest underway. Off we go. Jesso dumps it in, around it goes. He, Gallagher, Martin up front to start, with Levac and Erickson on the back end in front of Anthony Schramm, making his 5th consecutive start. Here's Levac with a shot that's gloved by Babick, and he'll hang on to that. And we have our first shot on goal and first whistle, 15 seconds into the Aschenbach Ford first period. LaBelle off the D-zone face-off win, snipes it around. Moved ahead by Butita, now Ford, now Salak. Up the near wing, drop pass for Ford. He's shouldered by Erickson and pinned to the wall. Gallagher able to chisel it out of the zone, picked up at center by Butita. Stick checked by his opposing captain, and now dumped in by Connor Craig. Erickson and Salak battling. Good hold there by Salak, and he's able to work it free for Levac. Stuckless now. He'll send it on goal, blockered away by Babick. White far side. Pass was deflected, but it gets to center. Dennis Rodchenko's pass was blocked by Roman Kramer. And now Cunningham up the near wing. Pinned up by Rodchenko. Wins possession back, tried to center it, blocked by Ross. Now dropped to Kramer. Rink wide, Romanow. Igor shoots, that's deflected. Stopped by the pad of Schramm and hung on to. A minute 10. In our Aschenbach Ford first period. Romanow, shot blocked. Kozyrev tried to clear, could not. Rodchenko, far wing in the corner, banks it off the half wall, and Kozyrev taps it to center. Stuckless racing after it, as is Kozyrev. Romanow plays it ahead to White. White will hoist it ahead at the end of his shift and get off for a change. Seth Bacon sends it around the kick plate. Gotten to by Daly, and now left for Bacon. D-to-D for Zach Ross. Ross pinned up by Keeley. And now Andrioli trying to get it up the wing. Schnapp couldn't hang on to it. And now Mercurio up the wing for Andrioli. Knocked out of midair by the stick of Schnapp. And now Reller steps up at the red line to break that up. There's Timothy St. Pierre making his professional, North American, I should say, professional debut. And he'll dump this in behind the net. Babick leaves it for Craig. Around the wall for Michael Mania. Keeley now for Mania. Poked at by St. Pierre and brought back ahead by Daly. 2-on-2 with Reller. Daly hops it around Connor Craig. Battles it low. Pass for Reller, picked off by the long twig of LaBelle. And he will sashay his way on to center. Center the head for Butita, blocked by Levac. Butita back to it, shot partially blocked by Levac. Butita centering, looking for Ford. Pass was deflected. Now Erickson has his pocket picked by Ford. Levac able to recover it though. Levac composes it. On for Reller up the far wing. Trying to move it through the legs of the Thunderbird defenseman Richard Dorina, but no dice. 3 minutes gone by, 3 shots combined. No one found the back of the net yet. Jesso at the line, poked away, and Martin brings it back in offside with Gallagher hemmed in at the hash marks. Then we get a whistle. 16:56 to go here in our Aschenbach Ford first period. Thunderbirds win the neutral zone draw. It's dropped back for Gus Ford. Pass is deflected at the red line by Jesso. Now picked up by Ross. He'll try to go D-to-D, fanned on the pass. Now picked up by Rodchenko. He'll again sweep it around for Ross. And Ford intercepts here, checked by Martin, loose side of the cage, pinballing around. Schrum's not going to take any chances. He'll glove it with 16 and a half to go in our Aschenbach Ford first period. Mercurio to take the draw. Now they're going to get the wingers to back up, Kramer and Rodchenko. Rodchenko, that's chipped away behind the net. 4 sets of Twigs battling for it, dug out of there by Cunningham, but the pass is blocked back to center, picked up by LaBelle and hoisted in. Oh, funky bounce right there off the near side corner, stanchion. But the Bobcats survive it. Ross the dump. Settled by the goal stick of Babbitt. Now LaBelle. On for Kramer. LaBelle back for Craig. Now on for Cunningham. Seth Bacon dumps it back in. Stuckless will peel off for a change. Kramer. We'll drop it for Craig. Craig snipes it up the wall. Couldn't find his intended target, and this will be icing. 15:43 to go in our Aschenbach Ford first period. Shots even at 2. Both teams still feeling each other out here a little bit. Make that 3-2 on the shot counter in favor of the Thunderbirds. Reller to take the draw, won it back to Bacon. And now Reller leaves it behind the net. It's intercepted by Craig. Reller nearly forced a turnover. Zach White picks Craig up and saves his Bacon. St. Pierre forechecking hard down the far wall. Pins up Kramer. Dug out of there by White and now moved over to the left for Demke. He'll hoist it into the cross side. Andrioli will chase after it. And slide it around the wall for Bacon. Held in near point by Romano. He'll walk the line. D-to-D Joe Kennedy shot deflected wide. Demke sends it down and around. Takes the hit from Bacon. Kennedy pinching. Sends it in front. Demke shot blocked. Schnapp a backhander stopped by Schrum. It's loose and they score. Joe Kennedy powers it in out of the net mouth scramble. And in just his 3rd game out of retirement, has his first goal. It's 1-0 Thunderbirds. Schnapp and Demke pick up the apples on that one. Drop back for Craig. And he'll dump it into the cross side. Lavak fanned on that. Ford getting after it here. Left it for Salak. Salak pinned up by Erickson. And now Martin. Heard a wheel called for there. Tried to drop it back. Instead forced to move it ahead. Erickson. In his own end, now moves it ahead. At center, Gallagher gloves it out of midair and dumps it in. Babbitt behind his own net, leaves it for Craig. Now LaBelle, watched by Gallagher. Gallagher digs it out of there. Multi-man rugby scrum along the half wall. Gallagher drops to a knee. Puck pinballs over to Ford. Ford hounded by Martin, and now he'll leave it for LaBelle. LaBelle the center. Lost the handle on it. And now moves it behind the net. Rodchenko pivots away from a forechecking Salak. Now up the wing for Mercurio. Tap to center. Jesso's got Stuckless 2-on-2. Jesso hops around Dorina. Maneuvers behind the net. Jesso waits. Finds some room in the slot. Now forced back wide. Pivots back towards center. Dusts off Kennedy. Jesso shot. Deflected in front by Mercurio. Just wide. Stuckless trying to center for Jesso. Picked off by Cunningham. Now on for Kramer. Back and forth we go. Centered for Kennedy. Patted away by Schrum. Kennedy pinned up by Ross, and now a penalty upcoming. Cunningham hit the deck. Got a media timeout. Not sure what happened there, but we'll deduce as the Thunderbirds training staff will have a look at it. And we'll be back with more shortly. 1-0 Thunderbirds. It's over 5 minutes into our first period.
What do you see? I see a delicious looking bottle of beer dripping with beauty from head to toe. She's just missing a lime. Not your ordinary lime. A lime that's pre-packaged, non-exposed to the germs most commonly found in your local exotic bars. How about we take it a step further? This pre-packaged vegan gummy is infused with real juice, electrolytes, vitamins, and is cheaper than your store-bought limes, but tastes better. A beauty she is. Fruit droppers. Keep your fingers off my fruit. Available in all fruit flavors.
The all-new Blue Line Bar and Spirits, located at concession number 4 inside the Hitachi Energy Arena. Check out our brand new lineup featuring ice-cold draft beer. This month's taps include Natural Light and Seven Sisters IPA. We're also serving up a fresh selection of RTD alcoholic drinks, including screwdrivers, margaritas, Jack and Cola, Crown Royal Lemonade, Bahama Mamas, Sex on the Beach, Blue Motorcycles, and Long Island Iced Tea. So head over to Blue Line Bar.
Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Corey Cunningham driving the net there was inadvertently run into by Dennis Rodchenko. No harm, no foul, but because the offensive player crashed into the net, the faceoff goes to the neutral zone. It's won by the Bobcats and dumped in by Andrioli. Richard Durina around the wall for Kennedy, ahead for Demke. Tapped the length of the ice. This will not be icing. Near side linesman had his arm up. Far side linesman disagreed, and we play on. This is St. Pierre. Knocked on by Schnapp, got it ahead to Daly. Andrioli tried the between the legs drop pass, and now picked up at center by St. Pierre. D-to-D for Seth Bacon. Now Andrioli around Butita, muscles around Craig, down the wing with it. Centers it looking for Daly in between a set of Thunderbirds, picked off by LaBelle. LaBelle sends it around the kick plate. Butita on the tape of Keeley. Keeley on the bank, nobody home. Lavak now for Erickson. Erickson stretches it ahead. Martin knocks it down and dumps it in. LaBelle after it. Up the wall for Butita. He can't handle it. Martin trying to center. Got it back. Waiting into the middle for Gallagher. Sticks it down. Backhands it over top of the net. Jesso trying to get to it. Lavak now trying to shoot it. That's blocked by his countryman Salak out to center. Erickson for Lavak. He'll snipe it on to Martin. Martin charges up the middle of the ice. To his right for Jesso. Back to Martin, tapped wide. Lavak pinching, keeps it alive for the moment. Ford in there as well, moves behind the net. Jesso now. Left it, looking for Martin. Instead, LaBelle, good hit from behind by Gallagher on Salak there. Pinned up, turnover forced. Jesso shot, missed wide. Rodchenko holds. Down the wing, Salak. In the Jesso, score! Backhand sauce time! Tie game! Jesso's got another! He is hotter than a pepper sprout, ladies and gentlemen. His 11th goal this season, his 9th in 7 games as a Bobcat. How do you like that? Gallagher picks up the primary assist on it. And we're tied. Schrum moves it around the wall after the dump in. And Stuckless knocked down by Mania as Mania tripped and then tripped Stuckless. Here is Kennedy. He'll send it in. Waffle boarded away by Schrum. Rodchenko dangles around Mania, and now for Stuckless. Stuckless charges up the near wing, drags it, shoots it, blocked, got it back, and chested down by Babbitt.
Someone say you can celebrate that goal with a $1 corn dog.
10:49 to go in our Aschenbach forward first period. Shots are 8-4 Thunderbirds. Tied at 1. Approaching the halfway point of our opening frame. Reller will take the draw. And they're going to kick Keeley out of the dot here. Ron Johnson is our head referee tonight. He's behind the stick side of Babick. Timothy St. Pierre now snipes it down the wall. Craig ahead, not out, be held in by Bacon, or so we thought. Puck disagreed, backhanded back in by Bacon. LaBelle behind his own cage will set things up. Headman's it between the hash marks, now hits the red line and backhands it in. Schrum sticks it down to cut down the angle. St. Pierre, Daly out. LaBelle back in the defensive zone. We'll go D-to-D now for Craig. Now back for Craig, or back for LaBelle. Not without abuse though from Andrioli. It's tapped into the zone by Keeley. Picked up by Bacon. On for Reller. Reller now for Andrioli. Andrioli speeds up the wing. Trying to find Reller, sticked away by Kennedy. Dimke pinned up near side, able to get it to center. Lavak back ahead and tapped in by Andrioli. Jesso's after it. Craig around the wall for Kennedy. Kennedy into the middle for Keeley. Stick lifted from behind by Jesso. He's got it. Jesso's on his horse. Shoots it, gloved by Babick. And we get a whistle and a timeout. 9.5 to go in the Aschenbach forward first period. And the 9th goal in 7 games as a Bobcat for Dustin Jesso has us even at 1.
In business and servicing Southwest Virginia for over 2 decades, R&R Septic and Plumbing offers septic system cleaning and installation, grease traps, plumbing services, water and sewer services, grading, land clearing, site prep, heavy equipment excavating and demolition, as well as rentals of portable toilets and restroom trailers. R&R is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Bobcats penalty kill this season, powering Blue Ridge with their own drive and commitment to success whenever the team is shorthanded all year long. Stop by their facility located at 3572 Peppers Ferry Road, just across the road from Hitachi Energy Arena, or give them a call at 276-228-3548.
Escape the everyday and find your peace at the Cottages at Pine Run, where families connect, laughter echoes, and every sunrise feels like a fresh start. Right now, stay 3 nights and get the 4th night free when you book direct at cottagesatpinerun.com. The Cottages at Pine Run. Make room for adventure.
Eversole. Well and Pump offers an array of services to fit your needs, including
Danny Martin to take the draw. It's won by the Thunderbirds in the defensive zone. Kennedy on for Salak. Stick lifted from behind there by Martin, but Salak sends it the length of the ice. That should be icing, and it will be, as Erickson wins the foot race over Butita. 9:27 remaining here in our Aschenbach forward first period. Martin to take the draw. He'll win it, tied up by Dorina, and he'll hoist it the length of the ice. Lavak could not stick it down. Phillip will pick it up behind his own net and stretch it on for Gallagher. Gallagher centers it, looking for Jesso, broken up by Dorina. Now here's Ford with it, hounded from behind by Jesso. Left it for Salak, stretched on for Ford. This should be icing, and it will be, with 8:59 to go now. Mercurio to take the draw. It's won by the Thunderbirds, but Stuckless sent a man down behind the net there. Nearly forced a turnover. Still it's loose. Dorina up the wing and out. This should catch enough snow and will not go for icing. The puck was on edge. Redchenko stretched on and tapped in by Stuckless. Off of Ron Johnson. Look out, Ron. Near side, Kozirev battling for it. Picked up by White. White to the far wing. He'll high flip it to center. Redchenko tried to glove it down. Could not. Cunningham leaves it for Kramer. Now Ross. Zach Ross up the wing. Able to backhand it to center. Stuckless able to force it into the zone. Stretched back to LaBelle. Redchenko intercepts. Chips this around a defender. Could not get it around Craig, who sends it on for Cunningham. Cunningham feathers it for White. White dropped it. Kramer was tied up. Redchenko backhands it over for Daly. Daly flies into the zone. Protects it on the backhand. Forced wide. Throws it to the point looking for Bacon. White instead tipped it. Bacon holds. Sends it behind the net. Craig with it. Run into by Reller. Cunningham couldn't get it out. Held in by St. Pierre. Reller couldn't get the shot away cleanly. St. Pierre back to it though. Lost the handle. And Kramer trying to send it on for a cherry-picking White. No dice. Kramer will be forced to drop it back here to Kennedy, who will snipe it behind the net. Funky bounce. Reller's got it, but poked away. Crisis averted for Twin City. Daly holds. Reller picks his twig back up. Erickson will hold the line. Down the wall, Andrioli's pinned up by Keeley. Reller in for support. Erickson, a shot missed just wide. Lavak now shoots, patted away. Reller lets it rip wide. Shooting gallery. Lavak now. Centers, nobody home. Erickson again will get to it in time to hold. Centers it. Reller down the wall. Gesso. Lavak shut down by Babick on top of the blue paint. What a shift. Everything but in the back of the net on that one. Gallagher to take the draw, and we'll do it again. Tied up off it. LaBelle now on for Butita. Rips it over for Salak, pinned up by Hlavak, and now picked up by Jessel. 6.5 to go, period one. Knocked down at center by Craig, picked up by Martin. Martin into the zone, drops it Gallagher, lets it go, missed high. Out to center it goes. Redchenko will collect it. Now up the wing looking for Ross. Instead found LaBelle. LaBelle's pass was deflected there by Gallagher. Just barely comes out of the zone. Craig again blocked by Gallagher, but it comes to LaBelle, who will dump it in. Redchenko had it bounce off the stanchion there underneath the Zamboni door. Picked up by Martin, now back for Gesso. Stuckless hops to it. Up the wing, Martin. Offside, says the near side linesman. It was close. You could see Martin trying to drag that right foot to stay onside. Faceoffs won in the neutral zone by the Thunderbirds. Dumped in by Dorina, just wide of the stick side of Schramm. Now Redchenko behind his own net. Set things up with the forwards changing. Nikita Kozirev flies up the near wing. Mercurio back to Kozirev, trying to settle the puck down. Could not. Kramer looking for Kennedy. That one surprised Kennedy. Picked off at center by Redchenko and sniped back in. Dorina run into by Stuckless behind the net. Kennedy lost it. Stuckless off the pad. Bacon shot blocked. Kennedy tied up by Stuckless and moved to center. Bacon Sends it back in. Could not be gloved down by Darina. Babic will settle it. Both teams will make changes on the fly. Under 5 to go, first period, tie game. 1-1. Darina makes his way to center and dumps it in. Around it goes to Keeley. Keeley run into by Bacon. Now Reller behind the net, looking for Andrioli, couldn't find him. This is not icing. Must have hit someone along the way there, so we play on. That'll allow both teams, at least the Bobcats, to make some changes on the fly here as well. LaBelle nearly gave it away to Reller. LaBelle stepped up on by Daly, but got it to Keeley. Keeley for Schnapp, too far. Levac behind his own net. Schnapp trying to center it, broken up by Levac, and moved to center. LaBelle intercepts and dumps back in. Schrum sends it around for Levac. Now behind the net, D to D it goes to Erickson, under 4 to go in the first. Bobcats will change forwards, as will the Thunderbirds. Erickson waits for that to be completed and sends it on to Martin. Now Andrioli. Andrioli dusts it off, shoots it. Babic makes the stop, and we're going to whistle an immediate timeout. 3:35 to go in the first. Still tied at 1. Back after this.
At Camret Logistics, services are tailored to fit the unique warehousing and logistics needs of businesses of all shapes and sizes throughout Southwest Virginia. From secure food-grade storage to full-spectrum 3PL solutions, they deliver flexible, scalable options designed to enhance operational efficiency and reduce costs. With a forward-thinking approach and proven expertise, Camret is equipped to meet the demands of today and anticipate the needs of tomorrow. Stop by their main office and warehouse located at 2460 North 4th Street in Wytheville. Give them a call at 276-625-8100 or visit them online at camret.com. Camret Logistics, solutions for manufacturing that go just beyond warehousing, where logistics never stands still.
So we've all heard the jingle, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, right? Well, here at Tommy Hunley's office, they literally are your neighbors. They're right here in town. They're on 6th Street in Wytheville, right downtown, right across from the municipal offices. Seriously, they are your neighbors. So let's go inside and find out. Auto, home, life, whatever you need insurance-wise, they got you covered. And look at that. They're clad in Bobcat blue and gold. Where else would you want to go? Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, 3:35 to go in our Aschenbach Ford first period. 1-1 our score. Bobcats out shooting the Thunderbirds 10-9. The D-zone faceoff won by Twin City. Romano for Kennedy. Putita checked at center by Gallagher. Gallagher blocks the pass into his own bench. So we get another whistle. 3:25 to go now. In case you can't tell, there's dollar corn dogs tonight. Oh my goodness, Mike Atwell, that is elite ball knowledge. That's an all-time pull right there. Or I should say puck knowledge. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Robin Erickson up the wall. Gesso taps it for Martin to center. Blocked by Levac. Dug away by Gesso. Checked by Butita. Hack and whack time in front of the Bobcats bench. Now Salak 1-on-4 has it poked back to center. As Erickson and Salak going at it there. That's a couple of big humans. In case you need the specifics on said big humans. As Erickson picks it up behind the net. And head now for Levac. Knocked down at center by White. And now Kramer. Good stick by the big Swede to break that up. Stuckless on for Mercurio. Mercurio forced wide by Craig. Behind the net it goes. White now. Sends it to center. Kramer Forced wide by Rodchenko, centering pass, nicely knocked away by Ross. Now on Kozyrev, 2-on-1. Kozyrev, near wing, rake wide, Mercurio couldn't settle it down. White able to feather that away from Stuckless and now go rink wide for Kramer. That's offside. As previously mentioned, here's your specifics. Salak and Erickson, here's your tail of the tape. Salak, 6'5", 229. Erickson, 6'3", 225. Twin City wins the draw in the neutral zone. Kennedy around for Romano. He'll hoist it ahead for Schnapp, picked off by St. Pierre. St. Pierre ahead for Andrioli. Could not settle that bouncing puck down. It's picked up by Romano and now sent on by Kennedy for Mania. Mania dropped it, lost it. Daly, toe drag into the zone. He goes. Daly trying to center it. St. Pierre shoots it just wide. Oh, there was room. Blocker side. Andrioli keeps it alive. Reller! Oh, just wide off the pad of Babic. Nearly leaked in. Andrioli digging away for it near side. Daly to it. Reller tapped over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre walks the line, snipes it low. Final minute of the first. Kennedy up the wall. Not out yet. Reller tried to leave it for Daly, broken up by Keeley. He's shoved right off it by Daly. Hacked at by Andrioli. Sniped into the zone by Bacon, and Babic will glove it and leave it for Romano. Romano makes his way to center, on for Salak, and Erickson whacks it back ahead. No icing. 25 seconds left in the opening period. LaBelle trying to get one more rush going here for Twin City. Now for Salak. Poked away by Hlavak. Jesso dangling his way through Thunderbird defenders. Hlavak goes behind the net. Erickson off the glass and out. With 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. That'll do it for period 1. 1-1 our score after the opening 20 minutes of play. Very entertaining first period, all things told. Not quite as physical as we thought it would be, but I'm sure that'll change later on in the game. And in case you can't tell by the music, we do have a corn on the cob eating contest coming up at our first intermission, and how could we not stay on the air for that? And as previously mentioned on our coach's show, no, Robin Erickson will not be participating in the corn cob eating contest. But there is a spot open for him on July 4th on Main Street for Skeeter Dog contest. By the way, if you thought the one in the Nathan's contest in New York was big, wait until you see this one.
First Intermission Entertainment. You notice we got a theme going on tonight. It's time.
Kendra's our officiant, our queen colonel, if you will. Thanks for the rules, Kendra. Now get out of the way and let these men go to work. I was going to say, the youngins got to be visible. All right. Rufus has a chicken. I don't think that's related to corn, Rufus. That's buddy. Just saying. Not the same food group. Corn's a vegetable. Every kernel's got to be off by rule. I'll tell you what, the youngster's getting after it over there. He's going to town. Any corn on the ice will be swept up by the Zamboni. The youngster is buzzing. Did Kendra just use the teacher voice? Oh, no, don't argue with Kendra, Gray Hoodie. Not a good idea. Believe me, I've tried. It doesn't work out very well. He's running out of gas over here. The youngin' is, I mean, this is no longer a contest. The race is for second and third. How many is he up to? He's got the method down pat, too. I mean, it's very efficient. His face is red, but he's well in the lead. Oh, we've now downed it to 2. Again with the arguing. It's not Angel Hernandez that's umpiring this. You don't have to argue. Go, youngin'. Yeah, Gray Hoodie is tapped out. Did he agree or was he voluntold? All right, come on. I mean, we've had the winner from the get-go here. It was only a matter of time. Come on. Come on, youngin'. You got it. Ignore the sweats. Power through the pain. It's got the juice. Tap out. We got a winner. Attaboy. Yeah, hats off. What an effort. How about that? Quick recap of the goals in the first period after that rousing corn on the cob eating rendition. Joe Kennedy putting one home out of a net mouse scramble early going, made it 1-0. Gesso answered with his 9th in 7 games as a Bobcat to make it 1-1. And that's where we stand after 1 period of play. We will take a timeout here from our great sponsors here on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll check scores around the Federal Prospects Hockey League. 5 other games to tell you about tonight on the Federal Prospects Hockey League slate. We'll get to those and get you set for With Home Services second period in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. 1-1 after 1. Back with more shortly.
We make it easy at Ashtonback Ford and Ashtonback Chevrolet GMC right here in Wytheville. New Ford, Chevrolet, or GMC? Easy. Prime pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs? Easy. Flatbeds, cabs, and chassis, work vans? Easy. Your hometown dealers make it easy to get rolling in just the right vehicle for you. If we don't have it, we'll get it. We love our community, and it's our job to make automotive easy for you. Ashtonback Ford and Ashtonback Chevrolet GMC.
So we've all heard the jingle, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, right? Well, here at Tommy Hunley's office, they literally are your neighbors. They're right here in town. They're on 6th Street in Wytheville, right downtown, right across from the municipal offices. Seriously, they are your neighbors. So let's go inside and find out. Auto, home, life, whatever you need insurance-wise, they got you covered. And look at that. They're clad in Bobcat blue and gold. Where else would you want to go for your insurance needs other than a place that's literally littered with Bobcats fans? That's the best thing. And you know what's even better than that? This is Tommy Hunley and his dog. Dogs and cats can get along. That is a thing. Tommy, tell us a little bit about what you guys do here at Tommy Hunley.
We have got a little bit of everything: auto, fire, life, and business insurance. We just love for you to give us a call, and it's 276-228-3149. Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats. Let's go Bobcats! Standing high atop the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Big Walker Lookout offers some of the most scenic views of the Blue Ridge Mountains anywhere in Southwest Virginia. Located at 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville, Big Walker Lookout has become one of the area's most iconic landmarks for its wealth of scenic beauty. Virginia's oldest privately owned scenic attraction has been owned by the same family for over 75 years. Big Walker Lookout and Big Walker Country Store pride themselves on being family owned and operated and feature more than 25 local artisans, crafters, and musicians that demonstrate their talents each weekend from May through October. There's always something to do any time of year at Big Walker Lookout and BW Country Store, 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville. Come see why Big Walker Lookout has become an area icon.
At Solmic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family.
People are everything, really the core of our business. The mutual trust and respect that we have with our employees is absolutely paramount to how we run this business.
The automotive industry is a fast-paced environment. There's a lot of opportunity for growth.
We continue to invest in technology and people to be able to support the technology we're investing in.
Whether it's from benefits to time off to supporting community activities, Solmic America has always been there for us.
We're not just making car parts. We're investing in our people in the communities that we serve.
If you have drive in this company, you can always find opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity.
I would highly recommend Solmic America as a career path.
At Camret Logistics, services are tailored to fit the unique warehousing and logistics needs of businesses of all shapes and sizes throughout Southwest Virginia. From secure food-grade storage to full-spectrum 3PL solutions, they deliver flexible, scalable options designed to enhance operational efficiency and reduce costs. With a forward-thinking approach and proven expertise, Camret is equipped to meet the demands of today and anticipate the needs of tomorrow. Stop by their main office and warehouse located at 2460 North 4th Street in Wytheville. Give them a call at 276-625-8100 or visit them online at camret.com. Camret Logistics, solutions for manufacturing that go just beyond warehousing, where logistics never stands still.
Ready for a fresh new style that makes an impression? At Turning Heads Salon in Wytheville, our expert stylists deliver bold color, flawless cuts, and personalized looks that make you feel your best every time, because at Turning Heads Salon, we turn your head while you turn theirs. Book your appointment today. Call 276-2097-0588 or visit us at 665 East Main Street, Wytheville, Virginia. Turning Heads Salon, where confidence begins and style never stops.
This is Bob. Bob thinks he's going fishing, but not today. He has work to do. But Bob didn't plan ahead, and he's skipping an important first step. Bob should have contacted Virginia 811 first. By having his underground utilities marked, he would have known there was a telecommunication line right where he was digging. Sorry, Bob. You now have a bigger problem to deal with. Don't rush the job. Plan ahead with Virginia 811. Learn more at va811.com.
The Bill Cole Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders. Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Putting you in focus.
Conveniently located where I-81 meets I-77, the Super 8 Fort Chiswell offers you easy access to southwestern Virginia's best natural attractions. Travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway and visit New River Trail State Park for great trails, horseback riding, and boating. Fish at Clater Lake, explore Jefferson National Forest, and play around at Draper Valley Golf Course. Our complimentary 8-item Super Start breakfast is a great way to begin each day, and you'll have access to free Wi-Fi for staying in touch with home and work. And you can always get fresh brewed coffee in the lobby. Get a great night's sleep in one of our comfy beds. There's high-speed internet access in your room at no charge, along with HBO movies on TV. You'll have a coffee and tea maker, and refrigerators are available. When you visit the Max Meadows area, stay with us at the Super 8 Fort Chiswell.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Learn how you can make an impact at vistareye.com/careers.
Hey Bobcat fans, it's Johnny with Odell's Landscape and Lawn Care. For all your fall cleanup and winter landscape and lawn care needs, give us a call at 540-392-5052 or odellslawn.care.com. Take it away, girls.
Let's go Bobcats!
This is Roar County.
Roar!
Hitachi. Located in Bland, Virginia, we are committed to our employees and take pride that we are the employer of choice in the region. Hitachi Energy is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of clean, oil-free transformers. We adjust and stabilize the voltage of electricity flowing through the nation's power grid. Hitachi Energy is celebrating 50 years of serving Southern Virginia. Go to hitachienergy.com.
I am Hitachi.
Hitachi. Inspire the next.
Escape the everyday and find your peace at the cottages at Pine Run, where families connect, laughter echoes, and every sunrise feels like a fresh start. Right now, stay 3 nights and get the 4th night free when you book direct at cottagesatpinerun.com. The Cottages at Pine Run. Make room for adventure.
If you've been looking for it, you can find it here. Old Fort Antique Mall. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Iconic visibly off of Interstate 77 and 81 and accessible from both exit 80 and 77, offers thousands of items from over 100 different vendors. Old Fort was once voted as the area's best antique mall and offers a wide assortment of items for everyone, from hockey and other sports memorabilia, classic trading cards, NASCAR collectibles, furniture, glassware, houseware, books, movies, and so much more. There's a world of possibilities inside their doors. Come see why Old Fort Antique Mall is a community staple and Wythe County icon.
In business and servicing Southwest Virginia for over 2 decades, R&R Septic and Plumbing offers septic system cleaning and installation, grease traps, plumbing services, water and sewer services, grading, land clearing, site prep, heavy equipment excavating and demolition, as well as rentals of portable toilets and restroom trailers. R&R is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Bobcats penalty kill this season, powering Blue Ridge with their own drive and commitment to success whenever the team is shorthanded all year long. Stop by their facility located at 3572 Peppers Ferry Road, just across the road from Hitachi Energy Arena, or give them a call at 276-228-3548. Eversole. Well and Pump offers an array of services to fit your needs, including existing well pump services, well pump installation, UV filtration systems, water softener systems, sediment and other filtration systems, water testing, plumbing excavation, new plumbing installation and repair, water heater replacement, system flushing, and much, much more. Eversole brings back its cutting-edge technology for a second year as the official ice filtration system of Hitachi Energy Arena. Alan Eversole and his team can bring this same professional level clarity and quality to the water of your home or business as well. Call or text Alan anytime at 276-620-243 and let him help you.
Bob's back. This time, he's installing a new mailbox. But did he learn anything from last time?
Yeah, I contacted Virginia 811 and put in my dig request. We're good.
Are you sure, Bob?
Yeah!
Didn't wait those 3 working days before digging, did you, Bob? You need to allow that time so your lines can be marked, so you know what's below.
I didn't know.
Remember, always contact Virginia 811 before you dig, then allow the required time for marking. Learn more at va811.com.
Back here inside, it's Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Kelsey Marshall, our camera operator tonight. Allison Eads, Kane Akers, Sam Paber, and the birthday girl, Lindsay, our technical crew tonight here on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. Scores on the bottom of your screen around the FPHL tonight. PD taking bingo, or giving the Binghamton Black Bears all they can handle. 2-2 tie in the second period of that one. Watertown, a first period 1-0 lead on Danbury. Monroe trying to win their 17th game in a row. 1-0 lead on Topeka. Athens has already opened up a 3-0 lead on Biloxi. And scoreless in the middle frame between Columbus and Baton Rouge. Connor Craig at center as our With Home Services second period is underway. Gallagher. That's tapped out the length of the ice, no icing. Craig tried to hoist it ahead. And now Gallagher picks it up and shoots, deflected. Oh, Babbitt had a glance off his glove. Martin behind the net, trying to center. Back to it, to the point, Levac. Levac shoots. That's deflected wide. Gesso into the middle for Gallagher. Along the half wall, sends it up to Erickson, down the low Gesso. Knocked away by Craig. And a whistle is Schrum able to freeze it there with 18:51 to go. Here on this Let's Get Corny night inside Hitachi Energy Arena. I want to know how long the well supplies has lasted on those corn dogs. The over-under on when the wind supplies last was going to run out was the final media time out of the first period. But we'll find out after the game's over. Ross ahead for Kozirev, tapped to center. Kennedy back into his own end now, wheels behind his own net. And now forced back once again by a forechecking Stuckless, and Kennedy will just hang out and wait for things to reset. Pass behind White. White's able to corral it, moving into the zone. Kennedy holds just barely. Knocked away by Radchenko. Puck's loose. Cunningham had a shot at it. Radchenko ahead for Stuckless. And now Mercurio. Mercurio up the wing. Kozirev powering towards the net. Wheeled off it by Romano. Oh, Mercurio, nice move behind the net. Radchenko one-timer deflected high and into the netting. out of play. Daly, big hit behind the net there. Centered, Weller fanned on it. Pass behind Schnapp, collected by Demke. Now Craig, stepped up on nicely by St. Pierre. Schnapp behind the net, left it for Demke, shot it off the blocker of Schrum. Andrioli could not clear. Schnapp down low, centers behind Keeley. Demke shot blocked. Demke back to it. Keeley is held in. Nope, not held in by LaBelle. Daly with it now. Now Reller back to Daly. Wraps back of the goal. Pivots towards the forehand. Soccers it to the forehand. Moves it below the goal line. Reller trying to feather it into the middle for Daly. Broken up, now moved ahead by Keeley. Salak now one-on-one with Erickson. Salak couldn't get the shot away. Nicely defended by Erickson, and now banked ahead. Gallagher in a foot race. Goes on goal, so forget icing anyways. Dorina. Pocket picked by Gallagher. Martin behind the net, Gallagher. Pocket was picked himself by Ford, now on for Salak. Salak for Butita, knocked away by Levac, and into the netting out of play. Here's Gesso into the defensive zone. He'll wing it over for Erickson. Sent ahead, tapped into the zone. No icing, it went off Dorina. Kennedy behind the net for Dorina. Dorina up the wing. Now Ford able to move it below the goal line here. Levac around the wall, picked off by Salak. Butita has it knocked away. Gallagher backhands it on. Little too high for Gesso. Salak, or I should say Babic, will sling it to center. There's Salak, and he'll sling it into the zone. Ross backhands it on for Stuckless. Dangles around Salak. Stuckless motors into the offensive zone. Dangles his way past a couple of defenders below the goal line and wraps it around to the near side. Gesso to the point for Ross. Drag, shoots off the glove of Babic. Sent to the point. Redchenko could not hold. Here's White. Shoots, blocked by Ross. What a play. There's that back check, backtrack. Here's Stuckless the other way. Waiting, shot it just wide. Redchenko's got it now. He'll shoot it from a sharp angle off his shoulder. Craig ahead for White. Knocked away at center by Kozirev, but here's Kramer. Kramer forced wide, poked out of danger by Stuckless. LaBelle now for Craig. Craig rink wide. Cunningham into the zone he comes. Forced wide, trying to move it to the middle. Left it for Craig. Down the wall, Kramer. Pinned up by Ross. Now Cunningham. Below the goal line. Picked off by Mercurio. And banked on to center. Andrioli lost an edge. And LaBelle dumps it back in. Ross. Around Cunningham, on for Reller, skate to stick. Reller motors right by Schnapp. Shoots it, score! No, no, it's off the post. It stayed out. Goal light came on. But the referee behind the net said it stayed out. And that Babic dove on top of it. Goal light came on. See if we can get an angle here on our end. And we're going to get a timeout here. They're going to look at it. I just tried to watch it back, zoomed in, and I couldn't quite tell one way or the other. And we'll take it with them. Does it look like they're going to review it right now? We'll take a break, come back.
The Bill Cole Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders. Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
So just got to look at the replay, slowed down a little bit. That puck did not go in. It went off the far post behind the glove side of Babic, spun on edge, and landed right in the blue paint. As that shot is stopped by Schrum, did not go across the line. It went straight off the post and landed in the middle of the goal crease. Here's St. Pierre. He'll let it go. Sticked away by Babic. Reller beaten to it by Kennedy, who was then given abuse by Daly. Reller touches back up. Romanow behind his own cage. Romanow between the hash marks. Stretched on for Salak, tapped over to Keeley. Keeley down the wing, shot it from a sharp angle, missed well wide. Held in LaBelle. He'll send it low. Salak settles behind his own cage. Sticked away by Hlavak. Up the wing, held in again by LaBelle. Here's Salak with it. Peels behind the cage. Checked by Erickson, not once but twice, and thrown down. Here's Martin, as those two still going at it. Gallagher's poke checked away. Butita. Now Craig. Drag, shoots off the stick of Martin and into the netting. Out of play. Be an offensive zone draw here for Twin City. 12:57 to go in our With Home Services second period. Martin to take the draw, he'll win it. Comes to Carolina, though, or should say Twin City. Gallagher on the intercept for Hlavak. Martin taps it to center. Picked up by LaBelle. Joe send it over. Jesso got a piece of that. Help from Hlavak. Now trying to send it over for Gallagher. Sticked away by Salak. Poked back to center. Martin nicely feathered over for Jesso. He'll maneuver down low. Knocked away by LaBelle. Gallagher races to it. He'll hold the line. Down low, Jesso trying to tap it into the middle for Martin. No dice. Set the length of the ice. Will it go on net? No. This is icing. With 12:18 remaining in our With Home Services second period. Mercurio to take the draw. It's won by Twin City. Craig around for LaBelle. He'll send it the length, and again will be icing. No. Far side linesman said it was tipped, so we play on. Ross now for Rodchenko. Rodchenko dangles his way down low. Poked away by Craig. Hop two by Kozirev. Send it off the back of the cage. Mercurio far side. Rodchenko. Wrister. Wide. To the point, Rodchenko couldn't hold. Now a foot race. Cunningham walks in, shoots. Pat save. Made by Schraub. Mercurio's pass blocked. He's able to settle it and move it ahead for Kozirev, who dumps it in. Rodchenko forechecking after it. Pins up Kennedy behind the net. Left it for Dorina. Look at Dennis go. Kennedy. Now for Cunningham. They'll dump it in. Reller swept it over. St. Pierre. Up the right wing, Andrioli. Now Bacon with space. Shot it. Blocked. Couldn't get the puck to settle down. Bacon will have to retreat here. Daly chasing after it. Kennedy over for Dorina. Sent on to White at center. Picked up by Bacon. And he'll stretch it on to Daly. Daly into the zone. Drags it around one defender, able to hold the line. Sends it below the goal line. Reller centers. Daly shut down by Babick. Great setup, though, on that give and go. The Minnesotan connection right there. Daly went up the wall and around behind the net. Reller had no intention of going anywhere else with that, but back to Daly, who immediately began cutting to the slot after getting rid of that. Face-off won by Twin City. Here's Craig. LaBelle fumbled it for the moment, but able to move it ahead to Demke. Now on for Keeley. Erickson got his stick to it. Craig ties him up. Keeley in there as well. Multi-man rugby scrum. Pops loose, and now Hlavak. On for Gallagher. Gallagher now for Martin. Martin muscles his way down low. Slams on the brakes. Hlavak! Stopped, rebounds loose. Gesso couldn't settle it. Now 3-on-2 the other way for Twin City. Demke, down low, Schnapp, wide. Gesso's gonna get to it here with Twin City changing defenders. Gesso jets into the zone, shoots it off a stick, into the netting, out of play, and we get a whistle and a timeout. 9:44 left in the middle frame. Halfway through this one, still tied 1-1.
I am Hitachi. Located in Bland, Virginia, we are committed to our employees and take pride that we are the employer of choice in the region. Hitachi Energy is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of clean, oil-free transformers. We adjust and stabilize the voltage of electricity flowing through the nation's power grid. Hitachi Energy is celebrating 50 years of serving Southern Virginia. Go to HitachiEnergy.com.
I am Hitachi.
Hitachi. Inspire the next.
At Solmic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family.
People are everything, really the core of our business. The mutual trust and respect that we have with our employees is absolutely paramount to how we run this business.
The automotive industry.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, Brett Wiseman alongside you. 9:44 to go in our with home services second period, 1-1 game. Shots are 20-12 in favor of the Bobcats. Ross on the intercept and Stuckless weaves it over for Mercurio. Could not get it around Romano. Now stretch back ahead looking for Butita. goes on goal, so no icing. Ross, watched by Butita. Ross able to battle through the stick checking of the veteran Thunderbirds captain and get it to center and chip it in on goal. Babick will just hang on to it. There's that steady Eddie hockey IQ we talk about with Ross. Reller to take the draw and win it. Andrioli. St. Pierre lets it go blocked. Kramer tied up by Reller. Up the near wing. Andrioli battling to keep it alive. Daly now gets it below the goal line. Andrioli around Kennedy. Picked up by White. And now Romano behind his own cage. Romano dumps it in to the cross side. Bacon up the wing, picked off by Cunningham. Now into the middle for Kramer. Pirouetting, looking into the middle. Nobody was home. It came to LaBelle after a collision. His shot's deflected wide. Daly behind the net. Bacon around. Andrioli settles and goes off the glass and out. Reller will win the foot race for it. Behind the net. Centers looking for Daly. Puck disagreed. Tie up there by Bacon on Salak. Now LaBelle the other way. White racing into the play. Good stick by Andrioli to break it up. It's loose. LaBelle, Schwab diving. Got a piece of that. I don't know how. LaBelle holds on the pinch. Gloved by Bacon. Oh, Gesso was cherry picking behind LaBelle, but his stick broke it up. Here's Gesso now. Too far, but it goes on goal. Babick will just hang on to it. 7:43 to go. We are running low on corn dogs, according to Mike Atwell. Well, I'll say this. Good job on the ordering. Trevor Riggins, our facility manager. Because this is definitely hit the over. Romano behind his own net. Watched by Martin. 7.5 to go in the second. Dorina picked off by Gesso, trying to bank it behind the net. Picked off by Ford. He fumbles it. Pinned up by Levac. Salak and Erickson again running into one another. Butita left it for Ford. To the point, Dorina. D to D, Romano. Center, Salak. Looking for Ford. Broken up. Levac will jump to it. Phillip up the near wing. Powers down the wing, and then left it for Gesso. Back to Levac. Skate to stick. Pinned up along the half wall. Gesso left it for Gallagher. Pivots around Romano. Gallagher powers to the side of the net, but couldn't get a shot away. Gesso pins up Romano behind his own net. Gesso battling with Salakis now. Gesso lost the handle. Romano's without a stick. Puck's loose. Dorina pivots away. And now finds Ford. That's behind him. Ford will hop to it and send it in on goal. Gloved by Schrum. No further play. Six and a half to go in our with home services second period. Shots now 21-14 in favor of the Bobcats. Thunderbirds win the ozone draw. This is Mania. Pinned up by Ross. Mercurio lost it. Keeley behind the net. Tie up. Loose. Craig looking wide there on the angle for Schnapp. Couldn't find him. LaBelle holds. Now Schnapp Tied up by Mercurio. Puck's loose. Kozyrev able to feather it on for Ross. Ross dumps it in and chases after it. Ross behind the net with it. Shouldered by Craig, withstands that. Shouldered once again by Craig. Rugby scrum along the half wall. Ross will get off for a change. LaBelle. Now Schnapp. Blocked by Mercurio. Knocked back into the zone. Stuckless run over by Craig. Clean hit. Stuckless back up. Now St. Pierre on to Mercurio. Mercurio down the near wing. Shoots it. Sticked away by Babic. Mania. Good hit by Stuckless there. Held in by Rodchenko and thrown to the cross side. Craig sweeps it around. LaBelle behind his own cage. 5:15 to go in the With Home Services second period. LaBelle for White. Now Cunningham. Trying to dangle around St. Pierre. That didn't work. St. Pierre up the wing now for Daly. Daly. Left it for Reller. He'll dump it into the cross side. High flip. It goes into the netting, though. So we'll bring the face-off back to the neutral zone after a timeout. 4:55 left in the second. Still 1-1.
Conveniently located where I-81 meets I-77, the Super 8 Fort Chiswell offers you easy access to southwestern Virginia's best natural attractions. Travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway and visit New River Trail State Park for great trails, horseback riding, and boating. Fish at Clater Lake, explore Jefferson National Forest, and play around at Draper Valley Golf Course. Our complimentary 8-item Super Start breakfast is a great way to begin each day, and you'll have access to free Wi-Fi for staying in touch with home and work. And you can always get fresh brewed coffee in the lobby. Get a great night's sleep in one of our comfy beds. There's high-speed internet access in your room at no charge, along with HBO movies on TV. You'll have a coffee and tea maker, and refrigerators are available. When you visit the Max Meadows area, stay with us at the Super 8 Fort Chiswell.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. 4:55 to go in our With Home Services second period. Here's the most shocking part of the game. We haven't had a penalty yet. And watch, as soon as I say that, we're probably going to have 5. Let's hope the announcer's jinx at least survives the second period. We'll see. Daly, near wing. Lost the handle on it, comes to Kennedy. He sends it up the wing, held in by Andrioli. That shot's deflected by Reller high. Stays in play. White on for Kramer. He'll get it to center. Reller couldn't glove it down. Here's Cunningham. Forced wide by Hlavak. Cunningham behind the net. Run into by Hlavak and Reller. Left it for Kramer. To the point, Kennedy, shots blocked. Now Reller charging ahead. Reller's got a break! Sticked away by Babic and into the netting, out of play. Boy, Reller's had a post and now he's been stonewalled here in the second period. Starting line back out there. And somebody's lost a necklace, maybe? Linesman's going to put it in his pocket and save it for later. And drop this one, won by Twin City. Craig for LaBelle. Salak tied up. LaBelle works it free. Martin can't hold it. Putita now for Ford. Ford stepped up on by Erickson. And now Hlavak. That's knocked out of the air by LaBelle. Picked up by Gesso. He'll delay. Around Craig. Wraps back of the goal. Left it for Martin. Martin slams on the brakes. Wheels it back to the point. Hlavak. He'll shoot. That's blocked by LaBelle. Erickson at center. Drags it. Banks it on. Looking for Martin. Couldn't find him. Craig on for Butsita. Now looking for Ford. It's picked off by Gallagher. Poke check. Ford chasing after it here. He's got it. He'll leave it for Salak. Salak shoots. Shoulder down by Schramm. And Hlavak clears to center. Kennedy for Romano. Now ahead for Demke. Too far. Erickson gets it out. Schnapp drops it for Kennedy. Hounded by Kozirev. Mercurio gets it. Knocked away from behind by Schnapp. Kozirev held the zone for the moment. Keeley now over for Demke. Demke blows a tire, but hangs on to it. Down the wing, Keeley. Pinned up by Erickson. Now Demke behind his own cage. Shouldered on by Mercurio. Erickson dug it out of there for the moment. Instead, it's Keeley. Pass was blocked by Stuckless. Now Kozirev. Into the middle for Stuckless. He'll tap it into the zone. Juke his way around Romano and hop to it. Stuckless going to go below the goal line. Skated away by LaBelle. And now Schnapp off the glass and out. Redchenko settles. Ooh, dangerous. That puck was on edge, but able to handle it. Ross behind Mercurio. This will be icing. 2:01 to go here in the With Home Services second period. Well, in case you missed it, there's a giant snowmageddon coming to the entire East Coast, it seems. And with that, tomorrow's game in Winston-Salem, in case you missed it, it's been moved up to 2:30, which means we're on the air at 2:15 Eastern Time for a Saturday matinee, and hopefully we're down and back before the snowpocalypse commences. 2 games already postponed tomorrow in the FPHL. Athens and Monroe both postponing their home games after their municipalities declared states of emergency. Kozirev shots blocked, and Babick able to smother it. Athens was set to host Biloxi again tomorrow night. That game's been postponed, as has Monroe and Topeka. But as of now, the Bobcats and Thunderbirds are slated to meet back up 90 minutes down I-77 tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. The old baseball day game after a night game. We'll see if the backup catchers are in. Well, that was a joke. But might mean Chad Purdy might actually get a start for the Thunderbirds. We'll see. Here's St. Pierre. He'll dump it in. Babick behind the net. Up the wing, off the stanchion. Held in by Andrioli. Craig around for LaBelle. Now sent in the head. Reller. It's tapped over to White. White into the zone. Drag, shoots. Gloved by Schramm. He showed it to him and took it right away. There's a little extra flair on that glove save. Gave him the old 9 of hearts. "75 seconds left. Inter with Home Services second period. Gesso at center. Muscles his way around Salak. And below the goal line, here's Martin. He'll send it up the wall, picked off by Salak. Sticked away by Hlavak. Gallagher to it at the red line. Sends it ahead, Gesso. Dangles around Kennedy, not quite. Here's Butsita. Leaves it down low forward. Shot blocked by Gallagher. Final minute of the middle frame. Salak's forced to center. He'll drop it back to Romano. Romano for Kennedy. Kennedy up the wall for Ford. Ford centers. Salak lost it. Gesso 30 seconds. Gesso 1-on-3. What can he do? Gesso dangles, left it. Gallagher, lost the handle. Salak chopped at by Gallagher. Salak hoists it ahead. Rodchenko trying to settle this down. Butita pinned up behind the net by Rodchenko. Gesso sweeps it around, 8 seconds. Gallagher with 6, with 5. Off the glass, out. That will go, stick go down by Babic, and that'll do it for period 2. A very, very tight checking. Last call for corn dogs and a very tight checking. Let's get corny night. Over 900 corn dogs sold so far tonight. And honestly, that number's not high enough. So everyone below me, go get a freaking corn dog. Why don't you? If you haven't yet. Anyways, as we said, very, very tight checking. Second period, scoreless. Some chances. Half the building and us, for a moment, thought Reller had scored as he powered through the defense. They wristed one off the post. Then upon further inspection, went directly off the post to the glove side of Babic, the far post. Fluttered in the air, saucered around as it rang off the post and landed flat directly, and I mean directly, in the blue paint. Could not have landed any more in the middle of the goal crease, right off the post. Just the unluckiest of unlucky bounces for Reller, and Babic found it and dove on it and was able to make the play and make the save and get the cover and get the whistle. Then Reller was shut down on a solo breakaway by the stick of Babic. As head, shoulders, knees, and puck commences. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue to check scores around the Federal Prospects Hockey League and remind you of what's to come early tomorrow as these two teams meet again at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Two games already postponed due to the, I'm not sure if the winter storm has a name. I know it has a name. I can't remember the name of it. Winter Storm Armageddon, I guess you could call it. About to slam the East Coast. You know it's going to be a major weather event when Monroe, Louisiana declares a state of emergency for ice. So we'll keep you posted on that if there's any other developments, postponements for tomorrow's games. But as of right now, we're in action. The Bobcats will leave here around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. That does include me. And we will be in Winston-Salem about 90 minutes thereafter to play at 2:30. And we'll be on the air for that at 2:15. So with that, we'll take a timeout. Come back, check scores around the FPHL. 5 of the games to tell you about tonight. And get you set for Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Still tied 1-1 after a scoreless second period. 40 minutes down, 20 to go. Back after that.
We make it easy at Aschenbach Ford and Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC right here in Wytheville. New Ford, Chevrolet, or GMC? Easy. Prime pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs? Easy. Flatbeds, cabs, and chassis, work vans? Easy. Your hometown dealers make it easy to get rolling in just the right vehicle for you. If we don't have it, we'll get it. We love our community, and it's our job to make automotive easy for you. Aschenbach Ford and Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC.
So we've all heard the jingle, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, right? Well, here at Tommy Hunley's office, they literally are your neighbors. They're right here in town. They're on 6th Street in Wytheville, right downtown, right across from the municipal offices. Seriously, they are your neighbors. So let's go inside and find out. Auto, home, life, whatever you need insurance-wise, they got you covered. And look at that. They're clad in Bobcat blue and gold. Where else would you want to go for your insurance needs? Other than a place that's literally littered with Bobcats fans. That's the best thing. And you know what's even better than that? This is Tommy Hundley and his dog. Dogs and cats can get along. That is a thing. Tommy, tell us a little bit about what you guys do here at Tommy Hundley.
We have got a little bit of everything: auto, fire, life, and business insurance. We just love for you to give us a call, and it's 276-228-3149. Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats. Let's go Bobcats! Standing high atop the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Big Walker Lookout offers some of the most scenic views of the Blue Ridge Mountains anywhere in Southwest Virginia. Located at 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville, Big Walker Lookout has become one of the area's most iconic landmarks for its wealth of scenic beauty. Virginia's oldest privately owned scenic attraction has been owned by the same family for over 75 years. Big Walker Lookout and Big Walker Country Store pride themselves on being family-owned and operated and feature more than 25 local artisans, crafters, and musicians that demonstrate their talents each weekend from May through October. There's always something to do any time of year at Big Walker Lookout and BW Country Store, 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville. Come see why Big Walker Lookout has become an area icon.
At Solmic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family.
People are everything, really the core of our business. The mutual trust and respect that we have with our employees is absolutely paramount to how we run this business.
The automotive industry is a fast-paced environment. There's a lot of opportunity for growth.
We continue to invest in technology and people to be able to support the technology we're investing in.
Whether it's from benefits to time off to supporting community activities, Solmic America has always been there for us.
We're not just making car parts. We're investing in our people in the communities that we serve.
If you have drive in this company, you can always find opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity.
I would highly recommend Solmic America as a career path.
At Camret Logistics, services are tailored to fit the unique warehousing and logistics needs of businesses of all shapes and sizes throughout Southwest Virginia. From secure food-grade storage to full-spectrum 3PL solutions, they deliver flexible, scalable options designed to enhance operational efficiency and reduce costs. With a forward-thinking approach and proven expertise, Camret is equipped to meet the demands of today and anticipate the needs of tomorrow. Stop by their main office and warehouse located at 2460 North 4th Street in Wytheville. Give them a call at 276-625-8100 or visit them online at camret.com. Camret Logistics, solutions for manufacturing that go just beyond warehousing, where logistics never stands still.
Ready for a fresh new style that makes an impression? At Turning Heads Salon in Wytheville, our expert stylists deliver bold color, flawless cuts, and personalized looks that make you feel your best every time, because at Turning Heads Salon, we turn your head while you turn theirs. Book your appointment today. Call 276-2097-0588 or visit us at 665 East Main Street, Wytheville, Virginia. Turning Heads Salon, where confidence begins and style never stops.
This is Bob. Bob thinks he's going fishing, but not today. He has work to do. But Bob didn't plan ahead, and he's skipping an important first step. Bob should have contacted Virginia 811 first. By having his underground utilities marked, he would have known there was a telecommunication line right where he was digging. Sorry, Bob. You now have a bigger problem to deal with. Don't rush the job. Plan ahead with Virginia 811. Learn more at va811.com.
The Bill Cole Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders. Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center, putting you in focus.
Conveniently located where I-81 meets I-77, the Super 8 Fort Chiswell offers you easy access to southwestern Virginia's best natural attractions. Travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway and visit New River Trail State Park for great trails, horseback riding, and boating. Fish at Clater Lake, explore Jefferson National Forest, and play around at Draper Valley Golf Course. Our complimentary 8-item Super Start breakfast is a great way to begin each day, and you'll have access to free Wi-Fi for staying in touch with home and work. And you can always get fresh brewed coffee in the lobby. Get a great night's sleep in one of our comfy beds. There's high-speed internet access in your room at no charge, along with HBO movies on TV. You'll have a coffee and tea maker, and refrigerators are available. When you visit the Max Meadows area, stay with us at the Super 8 Fort Chiswell.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Learn how you can make an impact at vistareye.com/careers.
Hey Bobcat fans, it's Johnny with Odell's Landscape and Lawn Care. For all your fall cleanup and winter landscape and lawn care needs, give us a call at 540-392-5052 or odellslawnCare.com. Take it away, girls.
Let's go Bobcats!
This is Roar County.
Roar! I am Hitachi.
Located in Bland, Virginia, we are committed to our employees and take pride that we are the employer of choice in the region. Hitachi Energy is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of clean, oil-free transformers. We adjust and stabilize the voltage of electricity flowing through the nation's power grid. Hitachi Energy is celebrating 50 years of serving Southern Virginia. Go to HitachiEnergy.com.
I am Hitachi.
Hitachi. Inspire the next.
Escape the everyday and find your peace at the cottages at Pine Run, where families connect, laughter echoes, and every sunrise feels like a fresh start. Right now, stay 3 nights and get the 4th night free when you book direct at cottagesatpinerun.com. The Cottages at Pine Run. Make room for adventure.
If you've been looking for it, you can find it here. Old Fort Antique Mall. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Iconic visibly off of Interstate 77 and 81 and accessible from both exit 80 and 77, offers thousands of items from over 100 different vendors. Old Fort was once voted as the area's best antique mall and offers a wide assortment of items for everyone, from hockey and other sports memorabilia, classic trading cards, NASCAR collectibles, furniture, glassware, houseware, books, movies, and so much more. There's a world of possibilities inside their doors. Come see why Old Ford Antique Mall is a community staple and Wythe County icon.
In business and servicing Southwest Virginia for over 2 decades, R&R Septic and Plumbing offers septic system cleaning and installation, grease traps, plumbing services, water and sewer services, grading, land clearing, site prep, heavy equipment excavating and demolition, as well as rentals of portable toilets and restroom trailers. R&R is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Bobcats penalty kill this season, powering Blue Ridge with their own drive and commitment to success whenever the team is shorthanded all year long. Stop by their facility located at 3572 Peppers Ferry Road, just across the road from Hitachi Energy Arena, or give them a call at 276-228-3548. Eversole. Well and Pump offers an array of services to fit your needs, including existing well pump services, well pump installation, UV filtration systems, water softener systems, sediment and other filtration systems, water testing, plumbing excavation, new plumbing installation and repair, water heater replacement, system flushing, and much, much more. Eversole brings back its cutting-edge technology for a second year as the official ice filtration system of Hitachi Energy Arena. Alan Eversole and his team can bring this same professional level clarity and quality to the water of your home or business as well. Call or text Alan anytime at 276-620-243 and let him help you.
Bob's back. This time, he's installing a new mailbox. But did he learn anything from last time?
Yeah, I contacted Virginia 811 and put in my dig request. We're good.
Are you sure, Bob?
Yeah!
Didn't wait those 3 working days before digging, did you, Bob? You need to allow that time so your lines can be marked, so you know what's below.
I didn't know.
Remember, always contact Virginia 811 before you dig, then allow the required time for marking. Learn more at va811.com.
Alpha Therapy, maximizing your peak performance.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, getting set for our Ashenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. You see their scores on the bottom of your screen here on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. PD and Binghamton still tied, this time 3-3 in period 3 up at Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Danbury holding a slim 2-1 lead on Watertown. Columbus on top 5-2 on Baton Rouge. Monroe and Topeka are tied in the second period. And Athens an 8-2 lead on Biloxi entering the third period from Aikens Ford Arena. The latter 2 games we mentioned there are postponed tomorrow due to the forthcoming Snowmageddon. Hopefully everyone's gotten their milk sandwiches ready to go. I put in a Walmart order yesterday. They were out of bottled water, but funny enough, they still had milk and bread. I can't confirm nor deny the question that Kelsey just asked, but I don't think I could put that particular item in the online order. I don't know if that's allowed or not. But don't worry. The Wiseman household is well stocked in that department. Glug, glug. But as we mentioned, we are going to be on the air at 2:15 tomorrow. It's originally supposed to be a 6:05 start tomorrow night, and it was supposed to be NASCAR night in Winston-Salem as the NASCAR season begins there next weekend at Bowman Gray Stadium with the Clash. Hopefully the snow will be out of there in time, as the cars will enter on Friday, go through tech inspection next door to the Thunderbirds Arena in an adjacent building at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds, and then race Saturday night. But that's been scrapped. We'll play a matinee tomorrow, try and beat the snow back home. Tie game as we begin our Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Craig up the wing. It's it below the goal line. Erickson around the wall, leaves it for Levac. Somebody's lost a twig. It's picked up by Erickson and now stretched on to Jessel. Jessel peels away at center. Left it for Levac. Drags and shoots off the stick of Babick. Gallagher down the wing. Left it for Jessel. Back to Gallagher. To the point. Erickson waits. Back down low around the wall. Jessel trying to center it. Sticked away by LaBelle. Martin got it back. Gallagher. Martin. Up the wing. Erickson shoots. Blocked in front. Martin let it go from a sharp angle, and Babick able to glove it. Gonna whistle with 19:10 remaining here in regulation. 50 seconds off the clock in our Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Thanks for joining us tonight on the eve of the snowpocalypse. Brett Wiseman alongside you, Kelsey Marsh and Allison Eads, Kane Akers, Sam Baber, and Lindsay, the birthday girl, our hard-working technical crew tonight from the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. Here's Stuckless off the draw, shot blocked, comes to Ross. Elshow missed just wide. Nearly identical to the goal he scored on Saturday. Kramer and White now 2-on-1. Kramer shot, sticked away by Schrum. Kennedy, far side, tied up along the half wall. Pinball's out of there, Redchenko. Battling with Cunningham and White, has his pocket picked. Kennedy, Kramer, forced wide by Ross, he'll cycle it. Kennedy, down low White. Looking for Kramer on an angle there, but splits the defenseman and goes all the way back down the length of the ice. Here's Romano behind the net. He'll move ahead with it. Keeley banks it into the zone. Bacon run into by Keeley. Left it for Reller. Craig holds the line. Shot deflected wide. Andrioli on for Daly. Daly goes rink wide for Reller. Reller down the wing. Shot it off the side of the cage. Got it back, but lost the handle. Schnapp unable to clear. St. Pierre behind the net. Rebound loose. Daly shut down. That was a shot pass. St. Pierre with 1,000 IQ play right there. That was a shot pass off the inboards, and it hit Daly right on the tape. Babick did not see that coming at all. But fortunately able to make himself, or fortunately for Twin City, I should say, able to make himself big right there. And false draw on the face-off. We'll do it again. Martin and Ford. And Ford is going to be booted from the dot. So now the captains. Martin could not win the draw, but it comes free to Jessel. Trying to go behind the net. That one hit the entry door there. Martin has it knocked away. Ford now for Salak. Trying to step around Levac. That didn't work. Martin behind the net with it. Sends it up the wing. Gesso able to win it free. Jesso's into the zone. Dangles, drops it. Gallagher centers. Nobody home. Numbers the other way for Twin City if they hurry. Pass too far for Ford. Erickson snipes it onto Gesso. 1-on-3. What can he do? Trying to drop it for Stuckless. Lost the handle. Now Butita the other way for Ford. Ford, stick lifted from behind by Gesso, and he'll snipe it around the kick plate. Kennedy knocked away, and Stuckless able to get it to center. Gesso powers it away from a defender. Down the wing, knocked away and picked off by Kennedy. And now they'll move it over for Darina. Darina dumps it in. All the way around the wall it goes. Kozirev couldn't get it out. White left it for Kramer. Poked ahead. Kozirev tried to drop it back. Picked off by Cunningham. Cunningham shut down by Schrum. Dangerous turnover. But for the moment, it is not cost. Around to the far side it goes to Ross. He loses his twig. It must have broken. Remember, if your stick breaks partially, it is a penalty to play it with a partially broken stick. So Ross had to get rid of the twig. Here is White. Lost the handle. Radchenko up the wall, held in by LaBelle. His shot knocked away. White got a piece of it, so did Schrum. Schnapp holds onto it along the wall. Mercurio trying to get it out and does. Schnapp sends it back in with a man hemmed in offside. Here's Mercurio. Up for Andrioli. He's run over by Craig. Loose along the wall there. And now dumped in on goal. Babick will hang on to it. $15:23 remaining. Here in regulation. Shots are 28-20 Bobcats. Reller to take the draw, he wins it. St. Pierre backhands it up the wall. Daly hits the deck. Kennedy. Now for Keeley. He'll send it in. Funky bounce there off the backboards, and now backhanded away by Reller. Will it go far enough for icing? No. Ramon will pick it up behind his own cage. Igor. Chased after by Reller. Ramon over for Keeley. Broken up by St. Pierre and moved back ahead. Pass from Kennedy too far for Ramon. Reller didn't have anybody in front there. Knocked away. Now St. Pierre. D to D Bacon. Ahead for Gallagher. That is deflected. Oh, out of play. Look out. Into section 109. And a souvenir for a fan in a Nick Stuckless jersey. Wonder if he's also from Orangeville, Ontario. Anyways, media timeout. 14:36 left in regulation. We're still tied at 1.
Hey Bobcat fans, it's Johnny with Odell's Landscape and Lawn Care. For all your fall cleanup and winter landscape and lawn care needs, give us a call at 540-392-5052 or odellslawnCare.com. Take it away, girls.
Let's go Bobcats!
This is Roar County.
Roar!
To collect the best, you need to go to the best. Head to Bowman Brothers Cards and Collectibles in Bluefield for the best and latest in sports cards and collectibles. Kevin Bowman has been in the business for over 2 decades, and his store is the largest authorized dealer of Upper Deck's exclusive NHL trading cards in the area. It's not just hockey either. Kevin also has the best and brightest stars available to collect from all major sports. Nor is it just cards at Bowman Brothers. You can also collect a variety of sports collectibles and memorabilia from yesterday and today. Bowman Brothers also provides the best and brightest in entertainment collectibles from yesteryear and today. Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, Brett Wiseman alongside you. Center ice draws, won by the Bobcats. 14 and a half to go in our Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Jesso, Gallagher, able to work it into the zone, but broken up by LaBelle. Levac back for Erickson. Now Jesso taps it into the zone. Babbitt's out of his net to play it. Swept it around. Gallagher's got it! That hit the crossbar. Score! Jesso set it in front. Deflected in. Off a defender. Jesso's got another. His 10th in 7 games. Oh, baby. We had a feeling it was going to take a greasy one, and did it ever. Now Kozirin forcing his way ahead off the draw. Bobcats have the lead, 2-1. Stuckless now. Kozirev could not quite get to the middle. Cleared to center, Mercurio. Backhanded with force for Stuckless. Broken up by Cunningham and dumped in by Kramer. Ross. Kozirev couldn't quite get it out. Mercurio does, 2-on-1. Mercurio around Kennedy. Stuckless, no, but a penalty upcoming. The first of the game with 13:41 left in regulation. Joe Kennedy is the guilty party. Two for hooking, says Ron Johnson. So for the first time tonight, the Bobcats go to the Hitachi Energy power play. And this could be big. Bobcats win the draw. Jesso. Gallagher forcing his way in front. Broken up by Schnapp. And now Schnapp, 2-on-2 the other way, looking for Keeley. Good stick by Ross. And now Reller off the glass and back for Jesso. Jesso, oh boy, took a penalty there. It's on Schnapp. Delayed call. Jesso a bit shaken up right there. Took a slash, I believe. And the Bobcats are going to have a 5-on-3. Here's Reller on the delayed call. Shoots it. Gloved by Babbitt. Ross to it now. Rink wide, Jesso lets it go, missed high into the netting, out of play, but a minute 20 of 5-on-3 coming. Schnapp's not happy about it. Exactly 7 minutes gone in the Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Now a full minute plus of 5-on-3 on the Hitachi Energy power play. Levac, Kozirev, back to Phillip in the slot, drags, Kozirev, Mercurio, Phillip, high. Mercurio holds the zone, pivots away from White, drops to a knee, score! Oh my goodness! Did that just happen? That was gorgeous! Oh, mercy! Mercurio from a knee to Kozirev to Stuckless. Tic-tac-toe. Thanks for coming. 3-1. What else can you say but wow? That, you can't even try and draw it up any better than that. That was just gross in every sense of the word. That was beautifully disgusting. That's indefensible. 3-1, still a minute 20 of 5-on-4 now. Daly, shouldered by Craig. Romano will clear it. Here's Ross. He'll drop it. Reller's pass broken up. Craig has it picked off by Gesso. 50 seconds. Gesso and Reller nearly collided there. And now Gesso will wait. Start the engine himself. Maneuver down the wing. Broken up by LaBelle and cleared to center. Plavak, 30 seconds on the Schnapp penalty. Plavak, Thunderbirds changing PKers. Dropped for Erickson now. Erickson up the wing. Cleared out by the Thunderbirds. Plavak back to it with 20 seconds. Plavak will drop it. Mercurio starts the engine. Around Butita. Into the zone. Mercurio offside. Kozirev was tied up over there on the far side. So 8 seconds left on the Schnapp slash. 11:08 to go in the Sasha Box Chevrolet GMC third period. Mercurio take the draw. And it's played around to Rodchenko. Cunningham muscles his way in, poked away. Back to full strength. Romano's shots deflected wide. Kozirev out to center. Cunningham drops it for Romano. Now ahead to Cunningham. Up the near wing. He'll slam on the brakes. Centering pass broken up. PJ Demetrio. Now Rodchenko back for Demetrio. His first shift of the night. He'll wheel around LaBelle. Down the wing. Centered it. Trying to find Andreoli. Could not. Now on for Kramer. Kramer dropped it. Cunningham back to Kramer. Cunningham wide. Kramer shoots. Sticked away by Schrum. LaBelle halfway through the third. Blocked by Demetrio. Kramer stepped up on by Daly. Bacon's pass deflected. Picked off by White. Now Kramer. To the point, Craig. Back to Kramer. Shot blocked and into the netting, out of play. We get a whistle and a timeout. 9:44 to go in regulation. 3-1 Bobcats. We're back after this. Standing high atop the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Big Walker Lookout offers some of the most scenic views of the Blue Ridge Mountains anywhere in Southwest Virginia. Located at 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville, Big Walker Lookout has become one of the area's most iconic landmarks for its wealth of scenic beauty. Virginia's oldest privately owned scenic attraction has been owned by the same family for over 75 years. Big Walker Lookout and Big Walker Country Store pride themselves on being family owned and operated and feature more than 25 local artisans, crafters, and musicians that demonstrate their talents each weekend from May through October. There's always something to do any time of year at Big Walker Lookout and BW Country Store, 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville. Come see why Big Walker Lookout has become an area icon. If you've been looking for it, you can find it here. Old Fort Antique Mall, family owned and operated for over 30 years. Iconic visibly off of Interstate 77 and 81 and accessible from both exit 80 and 77, offers thousands of items from over 100 different vendors. Old Fort was once voted as the area's best antique mall and offers a wide assortment of items for everyone, from hockey and other sports memorabilia, classic trading cards, NASCAR collectibles, furniture, glassware, houseware, books, movies, and so much more. There's a world of possibilities inside their doors. Come see why Old Ford Antique Mall is a community staple. Something must have happened during the media timeout, and he sees an early exit. And now Jesso for Gallagher. He'll skate into the zone with it. Shots blocked. Salak tied up from behind by Jesso. Erickson there as well. Erickson again pins him up and now cleared out of danger. And now Butita and Erickson went after it. Ford wants an icing. He's not going to get one. 9 minutes to go. 2-goal lead for the Bobcats. Here is Ford at center for Butita. Into the middle. Ford could not get to it. Lavak now banks it ahead. Andrioli couldn't get there. Kennedy for Dorina. Now Dorina for Ford. Unable to handle that. Now Reller. He'll maneuver into the zone. Drag, shoot! Just wide. Babick may have gotten a piece of that. Bacon holds it in. Down low, Daly taps it behind the cage. Kennedy gave it away to Reller. Reller behind the net, centered it in front. Nearly deflected in. St. Pierre now shoots. Deflected by Reller off the pad of Babick. Now a rink-wide pass picked up by White. White drops it. Kramer down low, they score. Cunningham taps it in on the back door. Schrum looked like he was tied up there with his own man and was unable to get back over. Well, the Thunderbirds have some life here with 8:11 to go in regulation. Kramer and White pick up the assists. And the lead's been cut back to 1. Here's Mania. Gets it out of the zone. Mercurios left it for Stuckless, who sniped it back in. LaBelle into the middle for Connor Craig. Craig up the wing. Stepped up on by Rodchenko. Mania. Knocked away there for the moment. Keeley pinned up by Mercurio. Ross digs it out of the scrum and sends it on to Kozirip. Kozirip. Now Rodchenko. Dennis sets up behind his own cage and waits for things to break out. Stuckless reroutes. And he'll get it up the far wing. In front of the benches. Picked off by Romano. Poked away by Mercurio. And it was touched by the skate of Mercurio offside. 7:15 to go here in the Sasha Buck Chevrolet GMC third period. Shots are 35-21 Bobcats. Martin forces it ahead into the zone. Romano. Now for Salak. Hoisted it ahead. Kennedy. Into the zone he goes, trying to toe drag it. Puck's loose and deflects behind the net. Lavak off the glass and out to center. Foot race for it. Jesso was tied up. No icing. Oh. Far side linesman said yes. Near side linesman said no. The linesman now conferring. Icing waved off. We'll drop it at center. Saying that Jesso's path was a bit thwarted there, I think. He was pretty much even stride for stride. Butita's going to get the explanation here. Martin to take the draw, tied up, comes free to Jesso. Now drop it back to Erickson. 6:45 to go. Erickson sweeps it behind the net. Lavak had trouble with it. Picked off by Butita. Butita lost it. Martin forcing his way ahead on to Gesso. He'll backhand it into the zone. Kennedy picks it up behind the net. On for Butita, too far. Lavak holds the line and backhands it up and around the glass. Romano charging ahead around Mercurio. Run into by Stuckless and knocked into the stanchion. Gesso jets up the wing. Drops it for Stuckless. He'll shoot it. Sticked away by Babick. Comes to the far side. Gesso leaves it. Ross holds. Fanned on it. Comes though to Stuckless. Stuckless pivots with it. To the point. Ross drags. Shoots. Deflected. It's loose. And recovered by LaBelle and cleared. Rodchenko dumps it back in. 5:45 to go. Romano behind his own cage. Now White, Kramer, checked by Bacon. White set it in front. Cunningham couldn't get to it. Kozyrev now stretches it on for Andrioli. He's watched by Craig. Andrioli slams on the brakes. Trying to cycle it for Mercurio and does. Daly broke his stick. Whoa. The shaft went airborne. He tried to unleash a wicked one-timer. Erickson stick handling behind his own cage now. Waits for his forwards to swap off. Erickson still waiting. Mania's letting him take his time. Erickson, great composure. Now Bacon on to Andrioli at center. Ties up with Craig. We play on. Demke dropped it for Keeley. Back down low to Demke. Played around Reller. He'll move up the far wing. Reller in. Drags. Poked away by Kennedy. Reller back to it. Shoulder down. Here's Martin. Centers. Rodchenko. Skate to stick. Shot deflected. Knocked down. And Reller knocked it down with a high stick. And Gallagher the first to touch it. So we get a whistle and a timeout. 4:18 left in regulation. 1-goal game. Back after this.
The difference between a life being saved and a life not being saved is somebody having the confidence to do CPR.
What do you see? I see a delicious looking bottle of beer dripping with beauty from head to toe. She's just missing a lime. Not your ordinary lime, a lime that's pre-packaged, non-exposed to the germs most commonly found in your local exotic bars. How about we take it a step further? This pre-packaged vegan gummy is infused with real juice, electrolytes, vitamins.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, it's over 4 minutes left in our Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Big hit on Lavak along the wall. Gallagher battling for it and backhanded out of danger. Won't go far enough for icing. Or maybe it will. Martin's not happy about it. He was stride for stride with Kennedy, and he is barking at the far side linesman. Looked like Kennedy even slowed up a step or a half stride to try and get that call, and it worked. Off the face-off, Salak drops it. Kennedy at the point. Up the wall to Butita, sends it in the middle. Ford shut down by the waffle board of Schrum and into the netting out of play. 3:50 to go. In a one-goal hockey game. Shots 37-23. In favor of the Bobcats, who lead it 3-2. There's a shot right off the draw, stopped by Schrum. Ross ahead for Kozirev. He's able to get it ahead to Radchenko. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Dennis up the wing. Backhander. That might have glanced off the side of the cage or maybe off the post. And now Babic is able to get his pillow on top of it. Thunderbirds got back to break up that odd man rush. Radchenko forced to just get rid of it and nearly got a fortuitous bounce off the near post. 3:35 to go. Mercurio to take the draw. Wins it, Stuckless. Ross, a one-timer's blocked. Cunningham with a break. Cunningham charging ahead. Stopped by Schrum. Cunningham cycles it back down the wall. Cunningham and Ross tied up. Kozirev clears. LaBelle sends it back in, just barely onside. Comes to Kozirev. Kozirev slams on the brakes and will hoist it into the cross side. Babic sticks it over for LaBelle. 3 minutes to go. LaBelle for Craig. Craig will settle it. Drop it back for LaBelle. That pass is blocked by Daly. Off his boot. Picked up by Kramer. Back to LaBelle. LaBelle. White. Back for Craig. Behind him. Here's Mercurio. Daly. Reller. Oh, tried to go 5-hole. Shut down. Here's Daly. Pivots. Pivots once more. Down the wing. Andreoli behind the net. Hops to it. Big reverse hit on Ross. 1-on-2 in the corner. Andreoli digs it out of there. Behind the net it goes. Now around to the far side. White. For Salak. He'll dump it in. Erickson will pick it up here. And snipe it up the wall and out. This will go for icing. Maybe not. And Babic's been pulled. 2 minutes to go. Babic's off. Thunderbirds net empty. Gesso banks it off the glass. Romanow holds. Romanow forced back to center. Puck 45 to go. Romanow in his own end. Too far for Salak. This should be icing, and it will be. So Babic will have to come back out. 97 seconds left. Steve Harrison's not using his timeout yet. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Romanow sends it on to Keeley. Babic is off. Here's White. Dangling. Lost it. Gesso got it. Trying to go for the empty net. Broken up by Keeley. Now can't clear it. Kramer deflected. White couldn't get the shot away. That was bad. Dangerous. Oh, man. Oof. Deep breath. Behind the net, White. Oh, big hit by Bacon on him. Keeley. Gesso. Banked. Not out. Romanow. Kennedy. Broken up. Ford. 50 seconds. White. Romanow. Patted away. Gallagher. Hoisted ahead. Here's Kozirev for the empty net. Good night, Thunderbirds. Kozirev slams the door and puts the dagger right through the TC on the Thunderbird sweater. .41.5 to go. And it's back to a 2-goal deficit thanks to the empty netter from Kozirev. Plavak will protect it and dump it in. Babbitt's going to try and get off as soon as he can here. Kozirev going to make that difficult. Pinned up by Craig. Schrum picks up an assist on that. It's picked off by Ford now. Babbitt stays in, 15 seconds. Pinballing around in the slot. Ford lost it. Salak one times it high. Plavak trying to beat him to it. Salak, glove down by Stuckless. Swept behind the net. 3, 2, 1, game! That's a Bobcat winner! And now Gesso having words. Caleb Melanson makes his way out there. Didn't have a shift all night, but now he's got something to say. These two aren't done talking. Remember, they'll meet again for the 4th straight game tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon. Now Bacon having words with someone on the Thunderbirds bench. And Bacon says victory lap time. Reller's going to lead it. And fans reaching over the glass at Hitachi Energy Arena. Reller had his share of chances tonight. A matter of time before he gets back on the goal scoring sheet. Want to send a special shout out to a friend of ours from the Thunderbirds who's watching at home in Winston-Salem. Happy birthday, Michelle Collins, turning 56 tonight. She might be a Thunderbirds fan, but we love her here in Blue Ridge. Happy birthday, Michelle. And sorry your guys couldn't get it done, but they got a chance tomorrow night. Shots end up 40-27. In favor of the Bobcats, and they win it 4-2. We'll keep it here for our Shentel 3 stars of the game, brought to you all season long by our friends at Shentel. Shentel, always connected to you. Schrum, fantastic tonight. Made a lot of big saves. Not a high volume, but he was great when he had to be. And the two that he couldn't stop, he just couldn't get to. Nikita Kozirev with an assist, and the empty netter is tonight's 3rd star. Three assists for Carson Gallagher. He's our 2nd star tonight. And tonight's 1st star is, drum roll please, 2 for Gesso. Including what served as the game winner that made it 2-1. He has 10 goals in 7 games as a Bobcat. Unreal from this guy. Well, that'll about do it for us. For our tremendous technical crew, Kelsey Martian, our camera operator, our technical directing dynamic duo of Kane Akers and Allison Eads, Sam Baber and the birthday girl, happy birthday Lindsay at ice level, Chris Robertson, our official scorer and timekeeper, all our off-ice officials, our entire front office staff, and for all of you, we got to tear this thing down and get it on the bus, because in 13 hours, we're out of here to Winston-Salem. We'll leave here at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning and be down in Winston-Salem in time for a 2:30 puck drop, moved ahead because of the forthcoming snowpocalypse. And we'll be on the air at 2:15 here on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network on Facebook Live, YouTube, Sporfy, and 96.5 FM, 1360 AM, WCGX, The Cat. Again, for Kelsey, Kane, Allison, Chris, and our entire crew, Sam and Lindsay, Brett Wiseman saying so long and good night. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for a Saturday matinee from Winston-Salem.